Hello, this is Robert Smith. I'm in Geelong, Australia, at Clifton Springs, and Yiyang Mountains are behind me. I don't know if you can really see it. And this is, of course, and I'm at the Port Phillip Bay. And so I just, I've been here in Australia, I believe, not quite a week. We had a seminar on Friday, free seminar, and we also had a 2-day Australian tap festival. It was really pretty good. Of course, we had a lot of people who volunteered, did some pretty amazing changes, and of course, after I did the seminar, they all wanted to see me personally. Well, I didn't work that much. I worked 2 days, but I could have worked a week, I guess. But I wanted to see Australia, so I'm here at Geelong. I was also in Melbourne where the seminar was. And of course, I still get the question, you know, well, isn't it blocked energy? Isn't it like blocked energy? Why isn't it blocked energy? How do you explain how it works and why it works, you know? And I said, well, you know, it's not blocked energy. And I'll tell you why it's not blocked energy. Because if it were blocked energy, you know, of course, we're tapping a meridian system. And of course, the meridian system, can you hear the birds? The seagulls above my head. Pretty cool. So, it's not blocked energy. And I'll tell you why it isn't blocked energy is because we're tapping on the meridian system. Now, the meridian system were the electrical impulses. You hear it, right? Maybe not. So anyway, electrical impulses, the brain is using the electrical channels to create the feeling, the sensation, or helping you be motivated, help making you feel real, whatever it is you're thinking. Now, if it were blocked energy, say for example you had a lot of anger, and of course if you believe that it's blocked energy, then you have all this blocked energy in your kidneys, or in your liver, your spleen, your gallbladder, your stomach, and all that. That means if it was blocked, that means you couldn't feel good either. I mean, you just had to be stuck in the anger. Now, you may be proficient at creating a lot of anger in your life, but it's not blocked in there. It's just the mind's ability to express itself, just like it also uses the lymphatic system. It also uses the breath system, the heart system. It uses all of it, the blood system. It uses all of it to manifest what it is that you have stored within your mind. And so why does the tapping work? Well, it's kind of like this. So you have a water hose, and you have the water turned on, and then of course you have a sprinkler out in the yard. Now, of course, the sprinkler, you could say, that's the problem. That's getting my yard wet. That's a disruption. But in reality, it's just doing what the mind has recorded in the mind and using its system to manifest anything. Now, that we're talking about, the sprinkler could be sadness. The sprinkler could be love and joy, because the mind will use its system to manifest it. And when you're tapping, it's like you're putting your finger on top of the hose and it stops sprinkling or squirting out. Then all of a sudden, the brain doesn't feel the sensation in the body, and the brain starts to shift perception. Because again, when you think about something that bothers you, as you think about it, the brain triggers the body to make it feel real. Now, here's the interesting part. It is within the feelings that catches your conscious awareness. Because see, the brain is doing all the stuff in the background. That means it's the one, when I say 5 times 5 is what? Pops right in, 25. Now, when I say think about a dog, all of a sudden inside your mind you have references of dogs. Mine happen to have mustard on it. Yours may be something else, you know. So the brain is doing all the work in the background, and so what the brain will do, the unconscious mind will do, it will use its system to make real whatever it is that is triggered. Now, of course, we're talking about triggers is like, you know, you'd be driving down a road and you see something run across the road. Well, naturally, you're triggered to do something. And so that's how the brain works. And so it's making it real in the body. So your organs are responding to it, and perception, consciousness, starts to pay attention to it, therefore giving meaning to it as well, and also automatically responding. So when you're tapping, you're breaking the circuitry or changing the physical sensation inside the body. So therefore, when you do this, you're changing perception. Now, how many of you know when you use the tapping, you're thinking about something specific, a memory, an image, a voice, or a sensation, and when you're tapping, as you're aiming, and you go back to whatever it is you're tapping on, the picture changes, the sensation in your body changes, the sound in the voice changes, because the mind will use its system to manifest and produce and make it feel as if it were real. Now again, notice I said as if, because honestly, you're sitting here and you can think of anything, and what it is that you're thinking, you can produce the feelings, good or bad. So again, it's really you, and it's your mind's great ability to manifest and produce within the mind and the body and making it feel real. So the tapping is not breaking the disruption. Actually, it's creating a disruption, or it's creating a stop in the flow of whatever it is that you're manifesting and creating. And when you do that, then all of a sudden you don't feel the physical expression, the bad feeling, and therefore you're returning back to peace, or back to balance, or back to the power of right now, which is really the powerful part, you know. I think somebody had mentioned, well, I'll do another video on that. So anyway, so that's how it works. There's many parts to this too, you know. Of course, there's many ways to Rome as there is to creating problems, and of course how we operate. And guys, if you've been taught that it is your energy spinning backwards, somebody said, well, isn't, you know, when I'm having all these feelings, isn't my energy spinning all backwards? I said, well, it's impossible for it to spin backwards unless you imagine as if it were. So again, it's really you creating this, and it's really you're in control of this. And the nice thing it is you, and it's all about you, and it's how you do you, and it's how you process internally what you do. Of course, you know, I use my style, basically, I call it FasterEFT. It's really not really even EFT at all. It is, I started with EFT, and I started breaking down what it is about that makes it work, and then also started reaching for other ways of processing. So I teach, I mean, there's like, I think I have like 16 different ways to tap, processes, different ways to address it, and hundreds of ways to understand the structure and why we have problems, what we do to manifest problems. So, you know, of course I'm here in Australia, and apparently they like me here, so I may have to come back and do some more seminars. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm really enjoying a beautiful morning here on, I don't even know what the day is. I mean, honestly, it's just, because we're in Australia, they're a day ahead and we're a day behind. I think it's Thursday though. Anyway, this is Robert Smith. I'm here in Australia. I'm sure you can hear all the birds squawking around me, and of course there's doves everywhere. When I was in Melbourne, there was a lot of doves everywhere. So anyway, it's kind of crazy. And also those Australians, they don't talk normal. They have all kinds of weird words. I think when I was in Charlotte, I kept asking, what? Like they, I don't know, anyway, so. This is Robert Smith. I'm in Australia. Talk to you later. Ciao.